This should be good and stupid. I like it. It's pretty much the dumbest thing ever. I don't think it'll lose often. In fact, I think it will win more than it should by a pretty vast amount. But let's see what we can do here. We're going to get in here. We're going to face an opponent down. And we're going to beat them with this Mycoloth deck. So this is basically just a revamp of when I was trying to get that achievement for the Angel, Seraph of the Masses. So this is just kind of like a Masses revamp. It's a bit different though because we took out... Well, Seraph of the Masses is gone because I don't particularly think that that card is good. Mycoloth is questionable in anything other than a Simic build because he... You have to tell me if you're a cop. Because he's so easy to remove and get rid of and things like that. But after a couple turns, he really does his thing. But in this deck, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Luckily, this is a pretty good starting hand. We've got the Negate in hand, and we've got the Traumatic Visions, which is how I plan to make it not an issue if my opponent has a board wipe or something to kill Mycoloth with. Now, this kind of sucks because the 1/1 is going to get in against me, but I do have to raise the alarm, so I can do that. Put this down. I don't care too much about land cycling. I have a lot of card draw in this pile as well, which I think is going to work in our favor because there's not a lot of Mycoloth action early on, for sure. But we still have What's-His-Nuts is in here. Talrand is in here. So that, of course, is going to be a thing. And I had to check, make sure I'm recording. Ka-chow! 2 damage to you. So we got stuff going on. That is a good draw. I don't have a way to do that, right? Yeah, I have to do that. It's kind of unfortunate. I don't have to land fix at all, though, because I have forests and the citadels, so really Traumatic Visions is just going to be a counter eventually. I kind of wanted to leave the counter open. I mean, we're fine. We're fine, because Think Twice is fine. So we'll be okay. We don't have creature counters in this pile, though. It's kind of a problem for us. I'm going to Think Twice here at end step. Think twice. This is nice because we're operating 100% on this guy's turn, which is always a good sign. I'll put this Plains down. I kind of want to put this guy down. And I still have the Cloud Shift open, which is kind of like a negate. That guy's going to birth us another little baby 1/1. We got a pretty good defensive line here. Just kind of sit and try and get around this guy's aggressive game. Hopefully we can do so. If he tries to burn my 2/2, I just Cloud Shift it out, which will be nice. That's an issue for us, but we can probably deal with that too. Visions is on as a counter here in a second. It's not a terrible basic land cycling card either. Okay, we got our card draw open to us because it's in the yard there. We've got our counter open to us because it's in our hands. We're just going to continue to sit here. I'm not super worried. I would like to draw something here. Interesting. It's kind of weird. I was a little concerned about what that could be, but evidently nothing to worry about. Talrand would be nice out there on the field, but... And we could protect him as well with the Cloud Shift and make a 2/2. You don't see him very often, though. That's the problem. I'm going to allow this guy to kill a 1/1. Okay. So I have first strike. That would be a 2/2. I would have been able to deal with that quite nicely, actually. Alright, let's go ahead and draw a card. This guy's kind of slow playing us, which is amazing for us because we have a really good mid game. Ball of Omens is a great draw. There's Mycoloth right there. I need 2 more mana though, because I have to have the negate up, because this guy does have reprisal. So I can Wall of Omens. I'm gonna lay my Plains, and I can utilize Traumatic Vision if I don't get what I want. That's kind of distressing because I don't particularly want to use the traumatic visions, but we do have the negates open. And once we drop Mycoloth, he's going to eat those 3 tokens, and we should be good to go. Cloud Shift obviously was open to us if we would want to play Mycoloth, but that's not what we want to do with that guy. We want to be able to just kind of lay him down and negate what our opponent's going to try and do to him. So our opponent could have... The issue here is that our opponent could have a couple of removal spells and could have a couple of reprisals and be able to use both of them on our Mycoloth, and then we'll end up burning our world in the process. I'm a basic land cycle because I want this Mycoloth out there. I don't want to give him too many turns to draw into anything tricky for us. I think we'll just grab a blue. Counters and things depend on that blue. 2, 4, 6, 7. So this is correct. I want to make sure it's tapping well, and it is. Let's just move off that. Let's just have it auto tap again, because I was going to move it around, but it's actually not important. Mycoloth will come down and eat these 3 guys. He's a 10-10. Your turn. I just gotta wait for him to go across the field there. We're gonna negate and stuff. Probably negate is gonna be utilized here. Act of treason. And can I live through that? Yeah, I'll just negate that. Seems fine. Because there's nothing you can do for 1 mana or he laid mana for turn. It would have been cool if that was a trick and then he laid a mana here to get to us there, to get the reprisal on the 10-10. That would have been a really smooth move, but it appears like we're just going to win now. There's not too much our opponent can do to us. I want to check something really quick. Yep, so we can utilize it with a Cloud Shift. So if our opponent goes to burn the field and kill all our 1/1s, and that's what I thought the interaction was when I was building the deck. So if we have a bunch of these 1/1s out there, the Saprolines, then they go to do the 3 mana burn the world. We can actually instant speed Cloud Shift. It comes back in, devours all the Saprolines, and our opponent just burned the world for no reason, maybe even killing their own creatures in the process. We have a lot of guys now. We have a couple Cloud Shifts. Hopefully we'll get to see that at some point, because that sounds like a cool thing to witness. I'm going to start bashing in with the 10-10 and the 2-2, to be honest with you. I don't see a reason not to take that first striker across the field. Block. Goblin Arsonist is going to do something. Yeah, probably. But, I mean, that's an ugly world that this guy's woken up to here. Maybe he'll do it right here. That'd be really cool. I mean, he is red, and I could show you what I'm talking about right now. I mean, this is really broken. White and Mycoloth, and so he's trying to act the treason it again. That's not going to work. I'm going to Cloud Shift him. Just to show you what I'm talking about here. So he's going to come out and he's going to eat all these guys. See, he's a 14-14 this time. And that's what I'm talking about. If they go to burn the world, it doesn't matter because you have the Cloud Shift. It's a broken interaction. It's really, really good. I don't think there's a whole lot that decks can do against this particular deck. This deck was strong before, and it's broken now. I was playing not that long ago. I went in to foil up the special lands, and I just looked at Mycoloth, and I've played with it before. I've seen it before, and I was just like, doesn't this just completely destroy my old deck, though? And I was absolutely right in that thought process. It does indeed just smash the world there. It is an instant, so I don't want to do that. I could have thought twice there, but I don't see a reason to do that. Shit out a bunch of 1/1s. There's Tolerand. I don't see this deck losing often. I really don't. I know this was kind of a perfect storm. We got the Mycoloth early. We have all the pieces in here, but this deck is specifically designed to do this. So, at 16 damage, that's lethal. Let's see what this guy has to do here. We're going to go ahead and negate that. Did he not block? Because that was a huge mistake. Yep. Oh, that's unfortunate. He should have at least blocked in case I did have the counter for that. And that would have been the way to handle that. Let's get one more in here. I want to... I mean, Mycoloth's a bitch and a half. You really have to be able to just counter that thing. And then if your opponent plays around that and has blue so that they can counter counters and things, it's a bitch. So the thing about this deck is that it doesn't run creature counters because I don't feel like those are important because I'm generating a lot of tokens. I can block stuff down, do things like that. But it does have... I'm fine with this because I play first. Blue is the most prevalent color in this deck. I forgot that the basic land cycling costs us a blue, so this should be an interesting one, though. Because I thought I could just land cycle that out for the other white that I need. I actually can't play anything, so... I don't know why people keep playing crabs and stuff, unless this is a dredge pile, and he's working on having it for himself. Otherwise, I don't quite know what this guy's going to do here. We're probably going to lose this, though. This was a really boneheaded thing on my part. This traumatic vision is not what you want to see here at all. It is... Oh, it's not a dredge pile. It's just a bad pile. Interesting. That's a bummer. We're looking for blue, though, so... I got a lot of card draw in the yard there, though. But I can't utilize any of it, so it'd be a problem anyway. I really got to dig myself out of a hole with this one, though. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Oh, God. I was really worried there. I was getting really salty. I don't know why I thought that didn't cost a blue. I have no idea. Or I thought the forest was blue? What was I doing there? Grab. What's in the yard that I can use? Yeah, think twices. That's so funny. What's this doing? Okay. I mean, that sucks though, because then I'm not really. You know what? I'm gonna basic land cycle this guy to get a blue, so I can play Talrand. This Brimaz doesn't do a whole lot against that stupid 1/3. I can sit here for a while, though. I don't care too much. I wonder what this guy's doing there. Okay, thinking a little bit. You got to think it through. Makes sense. That's pretty good. Makes me really want to wait on my Talrand play, because I'll just go ahead and get another white mana out there. You know, Traumatic Vision. Go ahead and cycle that through. Get a white so that I can use Talrand correctly, which is fine. God damn it, I'm the luckiest son of a bitch on the planet. I was just sitting here like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me mentally that made me this way? Why? Oh, they're just still lit up. I was gonna say, oh shit, though. We got one of our Mycoloths. You son of a bitch. We don't have very many of those. There's only 2. This deck can win without him, but that's definitely the hammer. That is the pain train that just pulls into the station. That's a 3-2 with flying. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to use basic land cycling on this. Get my second white. That'll work. It's fine by me. There's this. There's this. Talrand will come out. We have the Cloud Shift open in case, because this guy is playing black. There's some shenanigans, chicanery that can happen to our beautiful 2-2 down there. And I don't really want that to take place. I want that to transpire. I'm down to 38 cards, but we're going to start causing some trouble. It's going to get rowdy because I have so many Think Twices. I mean, once I untap with this guy out there, it's going to get pretty dumb. Crab's going to go off. Are there even any more Think Twices that it can put in? Oh, the 2/1/1s would have been really nice. Mycoloth, man, I miss you, dude. You're so pretty. I love you so much. This guy has no board wipers, so I don't have to worry about that. It's not like it just dropped the Cloud Shift for no fucking reason, though. That's not what we were about here today. I kind of wish I could have Chasm Skulker because those tokens are unblockable because they have Island Walk. But I don't know if I can take the time to cast him. Tribute to Hunger. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. That's not the way I wanted that to happen. But he does only have the 2 blue left, so he can't exactly kill my Tolerant. But that's not the way I wanted to have to use that Cloud Shift. I just have to play it cool. I just have to keep my calm. Because I've got Negate and I've got Think Twice. I don't understand this deck, though, because if he's not trying to deck me, then he's just having me generate value with these Think Twice in the yard. I gotta keep it all open, though. That's the problem. I've just gotta sit tight. I just gotta have faith. I mean, he knows that I have Think Twice in the yard, though. He's seen that one. This guy's a thoughtful opponent. I will say that. I'm gonna use this Think Twice. That's pretty good. Just making tutus here, just over here making tutus. That's all I'm doing. Making tutus all the doodah day. We're gonna win this, but it's gonna be way closer than it should be. But then I would want it to be. Because we're gonna end up just having to mob him, which is gonna be insane. I gotta keep the negates open. You almost want to keep the negates open the whole time. But this guy only has 2 cards in hand. I don't think we have to worry too much about anything. I think we're probably going to be fine. Because he's going to have to block eventually. Flash that back. That's a 2/2. That guy's a 2/2. I just attack with everybody here. Oh, this was a close one. I'm a lucky son of a bitch, I will say that. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Double block? Okay. Let's see what we can do about that. Not a whole lot. He's at 13. We don't have the other Talrand anymore, but I'm only at 21 cards, so I kind of have to put the pedal to the metal. I didn't have to attack with the Talrand there. Taking him to 13 seems important, though, because this guy's a really careful character. Got 4 unblockable guys now. I don't know. It seemed like the play at the time. I didn't even talk about it at the time. It probably wasn't. But what I wanted to do was draw some heat off of that guy, make him a bit bigger, kind of do things that way. I don't know. I mean, it was probably insane, but what can you do? What's done is done. We are attacking all out right now. I should have played this Mentor of the Meek first, but he's got 3 mana open. I don't want Mentor of the Meek to get countered, so we're going to see if this guy does anything. But the 1/1 this generates would have drawn me a card. But do I really want to draw cards anymore? Not especially. I mean, I don't know. I feel like because that was absolutely the right play for him to make. We put him in a situation where absolutely the right play was to block that Talrand, but then we boosted the one guy, so we had the 5/5. He could have kept blocking it down, but he was still on a very short clock, considering how many of these dudes I have. I don't know. Sometimes you play the man, not the game, and that's what I thought was the best play considering the opponent that we were up against. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. Sometimes you make judgment calls based on what your opponent's done up to that point, which is what makes Friday Night Magic so much fun, because, you know, you can really get inside your opponent's mind because you know them. But this is even more fun in that regard, actually, because you just have whatever they've played so far to work on. So I don't know. I mean, maybe that was wrong, but it was right in that situation because we were definitely in way better shape than we would have been. I mean, he dies this turn, so... Okay, what is he gonna grab my Brimaz? I mean, what's gonna happen here? Landfall decks are so dumb. Like, I do not approve of the landfall decks. Draw a couple cards here just to see what I can get. Cloud Shift's not bad. I'm gonna tackle that because I still do 4. I generate another 1/1. Yeah, that'll work. Because you can't block at all. Alright, I mean, that was interesting. Maybe I should know what the cards read. Maybe that would make it a little bit better. But that deck's really strong. So that is an instance where Mycoloth wasn't even needed. Mycoloth wasn't even needed to get out there and win the game. But I should probably be a lot better at this thing. But whatever, you guys, whatever. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. This is the first time we ever ran that thing. That's a really strong deck. I don't know how much play that'll get because it's kind of ridiculous. When you can be as stupid as I am and still pull out that win right there, there's a problem. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the episode. I will do 60 of this deck so you guys can terrorize your friends and family and complete strangers, of course, online. It goes without saying. But that will be later on. So for right now, I just want to thank you one more time and say I'll see you tomorrow.